Okay, I'm back again. I'm redoing this video after I opened this because I really didn't get a chance to try the flavor. With other half, it's kind of a gamble. Some flavors you can taste from the can, and they're super juicy. This one is not one of them. This one has got the carbonation kind of in the way of the flavor, as many do. I don't know what's happening with other half's production, but it's either that or distribution, where you get it from other places and the carbonation is just too overpowering. Because I haven't really bought their actual IPAs at their brewery. I think maybe one or two, but most of it's been the sours. And I'm not going back there until they have their sours out again, because that's what I like by them. It's my favorite thing, and they're cheaping out by getting Hudson Valley Brewing sours, who are my least favorite sours there are. Honestly, they suck. But, sorry, Hudson Valley, but you have no sugar in your sours. It's just fruit flavors. It's very no good. But anyway, back to this. This is a new one for me. This is Extra Tall, Extra Kiwi. It's a double dry hopped Imperial IPA, or India Pale Ale, or DDH Imperial IPA. It's 8.5% ABV, so it's on the higher scale, but no different from like All Citra Everything, which is their flagship, one of their flagships, and a few others. So it's normal rate for some of this. Other half tends to have higher ABVs than others. The problem I've had is a lot of their beers lately taste kind of gassy, like overly carbonated from the can. You really can't, it kind of overwhelms the flavors. You really can't get past that, and that really bothers me. I did have a Juice Lovers, or one of the Juice Wars, Juice something by them. It was a blue label, and that one actually was juicy. This is why I'm kind of disappointed. I've had a few different ones. I had the Sushi California roll recently. I still have one to do a review of, and I also had another one, and they were all quite good. So this is the first disappointment I've had in a while. And I don't know if it's because I bought a single can from a craft beer store and the flavor deteriorates, or other half just doesn't have a good way of preserving their flavor. Like, maybe like if it gets warm once, the flavor is gone. Because this is all carbonation. I did use my koozie here, which is supposed to just be for the can to sit in and keep it cold, but I didn't have a cup. That's the best thing to do when you have beers like this, where you can't get the flavor, put it in a cup. Because it doesn't taste any better in the can. It's going to just taste worse and worse. This is a little colder than I'd like to. It's just below freezing. It's not slush or anything, but I put my chiller a little too low. So you want to have it a little warmer with the other half, I think. Not room temperature warm, but, you know, like at least like 40 degrees or 30 something. This is probably almost 20. Alright, so it's pretty hazy, as you can see here. Very light yellow, like pineapple juice. And I didn't want to read the notes, but I'm going to tell you the hops. This has got Nectaron, Rawaka, and Southern Cross. So I've had Nectaron plenty of times, maybe like 10 times. Rawaka maybe once, and Southern Cross I'm not really familiar with. So flavor-wise, it's really hard to pinpoint the flavor on this, because there's that carbonation flavor that I really don't like. With other half, that kind of overwhelms the flavor. I don't know if that's a deterioration of the beer, or maybe in transpo, or if that's just normal. I don't know. But smell-wise, there's a hint of fruit, but it's not very citrusy. More like peaches or something, or some other fruit. But in taste-wise, I just get that carbonation flavor. It's a little hoppy, very hoppy, and then a bitterness that hits the back of your tongue. I'm not a fan of this one at all. I'm very disappointed in this one, actually. Maybe as I drink it, I'll change my mind and I'll update this review. But if not, honestly, this one's going to be worse than the last one I had, which was the Brick City, the new Heady Dreams spinoff. But this one's literally going to get a 4 out of 10 for me. Maybe even less. Maybe a 3.5. Like, this is awful. I really can't taste anything beyond the carbonation. And let me check the date here to make sure that's not the problem. That doesn't make sense. Because this date hasn't happened yet. That's why it doesn't make sense. Okay, let me see if I'm reading this right. Because sometimes the way they have the date here is is not exactly... I don't know if that's a 5. Oh, is that 06? Oh shit, maybe that's why. Okay, so that can't be possible because 06-25-5 is not for another 2 months. Okay, so I'm confused about this one. So you can see by this date, it's either a 5 or a 6, I think, in 2025, which means this date hasn't happened yet. It is... Wait, no, it did happen. Okay, last month. Stupid, I forgot. I lost track of the dates. Not crazy, but working in food service, I should know the date. It's January, so this is less than a month old, honestly. Yet it tastes bitter. I don't know if distribution is a problem. I bought a single can from a craft beer store that did not... I don't know if this one was in the fridge or not. No, I don't think it was. And the place wasn't very well refrigerated or anything like wine stores are when it comes to their beers and wines and all that. So it's possible this could have deteriorated. They recommend that IPAs in general, the rule of thumb is that they're good for a month on the shelf, not refrigerated. About 3 months mixture of refrigeration and shelf, and 6 months pure refrigeration. After that, they deteriorate. So it's possible that this has gone bad already, even though it's less than a month. It could have been put in some hot environment. I don't know. The place wasn't exactly cold. It was like pretty hot, maybe 70 degrees, so it's not the ideal temperature for IPAs. So maybe that's it, or maybe it's their distribution van is a problem. I don't know. But this one, I really can't get a flavor out of it. It's too gassy like some of the other halves, which is why I've been avoiding other half. This one is also that. So this one's going to be... like, I smell that sweet flavor before I take a sip and swallow it. And then it just dissipates to that disappointing flavor. So, yeah, this one's going to get 3.5 out of 10. Avoid this one. I mean, maybe somebody will like this one, but this one has, like, a bitter after that doesn't really go away after you swallow a few times. It's still there. It lingers. I don't know why they put kiwi, because it doesn't taste like kiwi. And the ABV, I actually feel it in my stomach. So, it doesn't feel good either. Feels a little bit like my stomach's turning with this one. I don't like it. I would say avoid this one. Peach is the flavor I'm getting. So I'm going to read the notes in the back real quick. Just to see. That's the only note I'm really getting. I really can't over the bitterness. Peach. Some type of fruit like a plum. It could be nectarine, but it could just be the nectaron is fucking with me. But, there's a hint of this round fruit, like a peach or something. It's not guava. It's not tropical. It's some other type of fruit. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm going to read the back and give up. Alright. Just so you know, like I said, this is a very low rated, like 3.5 out of 10, or maybe a 40 out of 100. So it says notes of, let me see. I hate when they do this. They put lighter writing. Okay. It says an Imperial IPA brewed with a hand-selected blend of New Zealand hops, giving notes of big sweet peach, pink grapefruit, and zesty citrus. I don't get the citrus at all. Maybe that sour is grapefruit. The peach I totally picked up on, but it's really, this one is not my favorite by any means. This one's very disappointing. I thought maybe this would be kind of like the other, I think it was called like Big Kiwi Dreams or some bullshit. I don't know. But it had kiwi in the name, and I thought it would be similar to this. This would be similar to that, but this one's a huge fail. So if you see extra salt, extra kiwi, avoid this one. Unless you like that hint of bitter and that ABV burn going down like you're drinking booze. I would say skip this. There's other stuff out there that's way better. I don't know what it's called, the Blue Lady.